Y'all want to hear it? Here, I'm gonna turn it toward you so you hear it. Baddest motor on the planet. Hey, try this with an Evinrude. Try it with an Evinrude, Cam. You want? Listen, we'll do your Evinrude next. Listen, you ready? I don't want to scare you. Hey, that's nasty. That's it. Sound like a 67 Chevy, don't it? I don't even know why I said 67, but it sounds like it. I bet it's 67 sounds like that.
It's a close second to the Evinrude.
Hey, I'll show you what Evinrude sounds like. Let me show you what Evinrude. This is what Evinrude sounds like. Ow! There we go.
It literally sounds like a muscle car.
Yeah, it sounds like a muscle car.
Is it a V8?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
Deal. This is the one you've been waiting on. This is the one you've been waiting on. Hey y'all, look, it's a happy day for me. I finally got my 2022, that's the year, right? 2022 or is this 21? 2022 tournament rig. I got pretty much the same rig. I even got the same color. I went back to the same wrap that I've had for the last 4 years in a row. I had the same wrap, the favorite rods wrap. The guy always does, "You're okay, Cam," because there's something right there. You might. Look, put it. That was there. Okay, don't step on that. All right. Norm always does a good job on my wrap. My guy Swag Installations, he wrapped it for me as soon as it came off the press. Fiberglass was still warm, and he wrapped it for me. If you watched any of my other vlogs, you've seen the vlogs I do. But we'll start at the top. I'll show you everything I put on it this year. This is a F20 Predator. And if you're wondering, the Predator is a little bit different than the 205. There's a few little differences in the hull, a few little differences in the trim. I like the Predator. Everybody always asks me, why don't you get a 21 over the 20? Sorry, Jerry, I like the 20. That's why I get the 20 and not the 21. Bigger isn't always better. Depends on who you are. What we added this year, 36 volt 109 Motor Guide Tour. Hit them with it, Cam. Hit them with the Motor Guide Tour. 36 volt and 45-inch shaft. Thing that you probably already are ready to ask questions about is probably my electronics. So this year on my I'm running like a combination of graphs. I'm running the HDS 12 Lowrance, and then I'm also running a Garmin. I don't know, it's not a 126, it's a 10-inch screen. The reason I'm doing that is I think every electronic company has one or two things that they're really good at, or one or two things that I really like. And there's some things that I like about Garmin that I think they do better than anybody else. There's some things I like about Lowrance that I think they do better than anybody else. I decided to just kind of get what I wanted out of my electronics. I prefer actually to only have two graphs on my boats. But since we got all the forward-facing sonar stuff now, I have been running an extra unit, a forward-facing sonar. This unit is pretty much dedicated to just that, just forward-facing sonar. This unit is what I'm using for mapping 2D sonar. I like the new C-Map from Lowrance. Dude, this shows every little ditch and canyon and 1-foot contour on just about every lake I ever go to. That was the one downside that I didn't like from running Garmin's for about 3 years. Their mapping it's not the best mapping. Some places didn't have, basically they didn't map it at all. With the Lowrance, it's almost as good as lake maps. You guys have seen the, Spencer, have you seen how my rod lockers open up?
No, I haven't.
Y'all haven't seen it? Are you familiar with how the rod lockers open up on the Falcon? Probably my favorite thing about a Falcon is the way that they bloop, open up like a Ferrari, good buddy. You see that? They open up like a Ferrari. Opens up from the hinges. Show them, Cam. See how it opens up from the back to the front. And a lot of people want to know why that is. Well, you can get a rod. You can grab your rod out of it. Try that out of your traditional bass boat.
Let's see, this looks like
that looks like the one right there.
Baby, this looks like the one.
That's the one. Now you couldn't do that in a traditional bass boat because they open left to right. You can't get them out. And then People say, well, I bet if you put your rods on deck with them lids like that, you throw them in the water, won't you? Well, Joseph, no, you won't. That was the whole purpose that Falcon designed these rod lockers lids the way they are, is so that when you got rods on the deck and you want to get a rod out of your rod locker and you go to get a rod, they don't fall off. Cleophas, watch what happens when you do it. They all just stay right there.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. I mean, it's almost like they made it like that. One thing that I do like in this boat is we have a little moving tray. You know, that's pretty cool. So it just allows you to put a lot of little stuff in here. I keep a few extra reels, spools on line, jig heads, and all my dies and everything. I put it right there so you can move it around, not have to dig for it in the bag, whatever. They put a little day box right here too, so you can stuff that you need to access quick, whether that be baits. See, I got my G-Juice, fishing line, you know, whatever you need. And then these are seats that you can set in. You come around this side, Cam. I'll show them my graphs here on the console. Tell them why I did that. So I did.
Hold on. Go ahead.
I only do one graph at the console. I hope I don't scare y'all with that. I know everybody does 2 graphs at the console. For me, I don't fish offshore unless I have to. And even when I do fish offshore, having 2 graphs at the console is a little bit confusing to me, and I'm cool. Pretty much, you know, I run a very simple rig. I do run this, my foot throttle is not a traditional TH Marine. You can see my kids put those cookies down there. This is a new boat, but they christened it in already with trash and crumbs and cookies and sticky. But I use a C-Star. I think it's a C-Star foot throttle. It has a pulley system that makes the throttle pull a little bit better than that mechanical deal that the TH Marine Hot Foot has. So it's a little bit smoother. I do run lithium batteries. These are MillerTech lithium batteries that I'm running for my trolling batteries. There was a 12 volt batteries. You can get a 136 volt if you want to, but these are the 12 volt 100 amp hour MillerTech lithiums. Been great batteries for me. I haven't had any problems with them in the last 3 years that I've run them. Been really good to work with. Great customer service. That's the number one. You can have a good product and you have terrible customer service, you really still don't have anything. But if you got good customer service, anytime you got a question, you need to know something, you need to know what you can, what you can't do, you got to have customer service. And MillerTech has been great about working with me with any questions I have on my batteries. And then, you know, I get back to my boo, my baby, the powerhouse, the 250 Pro XS Mercury. Dude, these things, Cam knows it. Cam knows it. Cam, what's your favorite engine?
Evinrude.
His favorite engine, they don't even make them anymore. The 2 power pole pumps, I put those right here in the middle. Can you see those, Cam? I put those right here on that middle plate. I prefer power pole shallow water anchors because power pole is better. That's why I got power poles. I ain't got nothing else to tell you about it. I'm running a 6-inch Bob's Machine Shop hydraulic jack plate. Everybody thinks that I run a hydraulic jack plate because you can get it in shallow water and, you know, all of those things. For people that don't know what a hydraulic jack plate is, I'll show you. You stay right there. Stay right there. Put it right there. Put your camera right there. Put it right there. This is what it does. Lets your motor up and down, right? So that's what the hydraulic jack plate does. A lot of people think that I have that, or well, you do have it, so you can access and get out of shallow water. But that's not the only reason you need a hydraulic jack plate. It also allows you to have better boat control. I can bury my engine, carve my boat in and out of a creek. Big guy on my boat, 300-pound co-angler. I can bury my motor, get more grip, and my boat just performs better. Or if I got a light guy, and I want to put it on pad and whoop, whoop, then I can lift it up, get less drag, and I can run a little bit faster. That's not the only reason you want to use a hydraulic jack plate, is just to get in and out of shallow water. If that's what you think that's for, then you've really missed the point of having one. It's about boat control too. So The Falcon, if you buy a F-20 Predator, if you guys go to Bucks Island, get you F-20 Predator, it's probably going to come with the prop that you see here. This is a Mercury Fury 3 blade, and this is a 23 pitch. Probably is, right out of the box is what I would recommend, but for me, I like to tweak my rigs, and actually what I like to use the best is a Fury 4 24 pitch prop. It's not going to be quite as fast with the 4 blade, not going to be quite as much top end, but I like the 4 blade because on this hole, what I notice is the throttle is a little bit more crisp. When I hit it, like I feel it. When I say crisp, I'm talking about when I hit the throttle, it responds. The 3 blade is a little slower to respond, but once you get going, it builds momentum and it's a little bit faster. But I like the 4 blade 24. I bump it up a notch, and that's what I found fits better. What I need. I'll probably lose about 2 miles an hour with a 4 blade. I don't really care, because if I can get to 0 to 50 3 seconds faster, 2 seconds faster, a second faster, I'd rather have that than you know. I don't make many hour to hour and a half runs, so it doesn't really matter for me. So I think you want to do a water test. How long is this video? Y'all want to do it in the next video, or do you want to do it in this video? Let's do it in the next video. That way we'll have more to talk about in the next video. You want to see what my new F-20 Predator looks like? Maybe we'll even change out props at the lake, do some tests on it, see how fast it's actually going to run. On boats in the past, I can go ahead and tell you I'm usually getting anywhere between 70 and 74 mile an hour, depending on the day and what mood my big beast is. But let's do some prop testing. You can see my 23. We'll do something with 24 and see which one runs the best on it. I'll show you what I mean by crisp. All right, see y'all on the next video.